Hi everyone, back to this lighting. So I'm getting ready to go out dancing at Talon Bar in North Brooklyn. It's a new goth night they're having there called Summon. Very excited. A bunch of my friends are going to be there, and I'm celebrating the my first week at a new job, which was kind of like challenging but invigorating, and I'm excited about that too. But anyway, I made it through. I didn't have any like severely sleep deprived days on my first week because I was taking so many things to sedate myself at night. So that was also great. And yeah, so I have six decants from the from Black Phoenix Alchemy Labs Carnival Diabolique Act 4 update. So I'm just gonna get right into it. I have two half bottles here. Can you see that? Can you see that? The first one is, let's go with this, whatever this is. This is, oh, the Blood Garden. Some really cool artwork there, and I don't think that my camera is going to totally do it justice, if it's even going to focus on it, but there's a woman, there's a guy, they're really good looking. Anyway, so this was probably my favorite straight out of the bottle. It's a real knockout straight from the bottle. The dry down, it took a while for it to, well, I guess it kind of morphed on me. Let me tell you what the notes are. Again, looking these things up. I apologize. I wasn't prepared to do this one. Okay, here we go. Okay. The notes are blood accord, bitter clove, English ivy, tempranillo, two L's and an O, grape, red currant, oak, leather, blackberry leaf, and ginger lily. Okay, so pretty amazing lineup there. And it smells like a very like sweet, fruity blood, like almost like a youthful kind of smell, like not as youthful as Midnight Kiss, which I love, a bit more sophisticated with the clove and ivy, but it does have the grapiness and the currant. This, unfortunately, there is a BPAL note or combination of notes that dry down on me and smell kind of sick. And I think it's the bitter clove. I don't know why that would be the case. I mean, regular clove smells beautiful, but the bitter clove has like this dry, absolutely not sweet, like rotten kind of wood sour smell on my skin. And it's a real shame because everything else in this is beautiful. I'll probably still wear it. It's just like after a while I'm going to need to reapply it or I'm going to get a migraine from it. But anyway, if bitter clove doesn't affect you that way, this would be a great one to get if you're into the vampy smells. Okay, next half bottle is called Brangui. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Probably not. Correct me if you can down below. I would love to be corrected so that I can pronounce this properly. And this one, actually, this might be from, was this from the American Gods? No. All right. Let me go back up, go back up, go back up. They're in alphabetical order, thank goodness. Black currant and cardamom with Peru balsam, patchouli, leather, and oud. So to me, it smells nothing like any of that except the Peru balsam. I mean, it's pleasant. It's very pleasant. But it's not really, as compared with the Blood Garden, not really that sweet. And I would think that with the blackcurrant and cardamom, it would kind of be sweet, but I'm not picking up on leather. Patchouli is very faint, but it's like a nice woodsy smell. Very nice woodsy smell. Not like a menthol kind of woods or a green woods, but like a tan woods. If you're able to associate smells and colors the way that I am, if that means anything to you. Okay, next we have Behind the Veils, just a small decant of this one. And let's see here. All the way down, different category. Okay, well, let me just tell you, I know this is heavy on the red musk. Very heavy, and it smells good. When I first put it on, I was like, oh yes, this is wonderful, but it's also not very distinct. Among my BPAL collection, I've got a lot of red musk. I'm having a very tough time finding this. Here we go. Heady red musk. Myrrh and honey, drops of cinnamon and crushed cardamom pod. The taste of opium-laced black wine, sweet oud, and threads of saffron. I mean, it's like a really... It is an in-your-face red musk. It is super, and the honey's there too. Now that I see everything listed. Just if your collection is lacking in red musk, I would recommend this. It's very sweet. There's nothing like aggressively. There's nothing menacing about it at all. It's just kind of like an indulgent, drunken kind of thing. So yeah, really sexy smell. Nibble, nibble, gnaw is delicious. And when I first smelled this and put it on my skin, I was like, I'm definitely buying that. But it didn't last long enough. And if something doesn't have a strong throw, and if I'm going to have to reapply it every half hour, I'm just not buying it. So, this one, it's got like nuts and cookie crumbs and stuff like that. It's, again, I'm like, I really should have put these in order before I started. Sorry. KL. Okay, here we go. So we've got a waft of candied apple and pancakes embraces you as you follow the crumbs on the path. Yeah, definitely breadcrumbs. The scent intensifies. Sugared nuts, crushed candies, hot gusts of chocolate, and you find yourself standing before a small booth constructed of cakes, pastries, sweetbreads, and a cascade of candy tiles. Shreds of clear sugar glint in the ambient firelight of the midway, and an old woman emerges from the shadows within. I'm basically reading the whole story here. She extends a gnarled hand to you and rasps, "Oh, you dear, what has brought you here? You look like skin and bones. A strong gust of wind would spirit you into the air." Alright, so yeah. Just, oh my god. Oh my god. Why couldn't you be more powerful? Nibble, nibble, gnaw. So alluring. So nibbly. It's really nutty and crummy and like a bunch of like Christmas treats almost. Like Christmas cookies on a plate. So good. So good. Okay, and these last two were... Well, one of them was unexpected. My master decantress included some freebies, and I'm so glad she did, because I think perhaps my favorite is Ashlultum. Ash, then Lul, then Tum. And this one, I don't know why I didn't order it in the first place. Maybe I just didn't want to spend the money. No, here's why. Okay, because it starts with Babylonian musk. And I thought, well, that's just too, like, common, you know? There's a lot of musk in my collection. How can this be anything different? And so it's Babylonian musk, vanilla tea, tonka, tobacco, coconut, hyssop, and lilac. This one, from the bottle, or from the imp container, doesn't, well, it really doesn't smell like anything I own. I think it's the vanilla tea and lilac, because those aren't things I normally go for. But on the dry down, it smells a lot like Antikythera mechanism, but not as powerful. So maybe I should take that back. I wouldn't order this one because Antikythera mechanisms, it has a very strong throw and lasts like all day. It has that, I think it has tonka. I think it has tonka and tobacco. If not, the tonka, tobacco, and coconut and the musk kind of conspire to smell like that teak wood, that sweet wood kind of thing that Antikythera mechanism has going on. Anyway, if you don't own that one, you might want to check this one out. Yeah, I liked it a lot. And there's a pretty lady, apparently, on the bottle. Pretty lady. Okay. And then this one, Jawi, Jaawi. Smells like a ton of other BPAL that I own. This smells very similar to, what is it? Oh, it's along the lines of, like if you crossed the Witch's Garden and the Devil's, oh, what is it? Satan. Hang on a second. Hang on. I'm just gonna, my memory is failing me at the moment. 1 second. I'm gonna tell you what this is. La Femme de Satan. You took La Femme de Satan and crossed it with Witch's Garden. That's what it smells like to me. Straight out of the bottle. It's kind of a fresh, yet witchy smell. And let me go down to this. Okay. Sweet Indonesian patchouli, red benzoin, champaka, attar, French lavender, coconut husk, bay leaf, tobacco absolute, lime, and honey. Yeah, so I think I've correctly, more La Femme de Satan than the Witch's Garden, but it does have a very herbal presence. So, yeah. However, nothing distinct from my collection, but I do like it. So, I would say with most of these, they're all good. And from the descriptions, I had such a tough time picking out just a few to try because they all sounded really wonderful. But I'm not made of money. I'm made of candy floof. And I'm made of black glitter. And I'm made of mostly good intentions. Alright, so I guess that's it. no real stars in this set for me. Just overall thumbs up. I mean, just I tonight I'm wearing solstice lace, which was a knockout for me right out of the bottle, and it lasts a long time. I talked about it in another video. But that one was like a huge win because I didn't get a decant, I didn't test it out or anything. I just went for it once I read the description. But yeah, so I hope this has been helpful. If you ordered anything from this update, please let me know what you thought about what you got. All right? So, my ride's still not here, obviously. So he sucks. Okay. Good night.